meeting your partner's family for the first time and terrified? Today, we're not gonna lie.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of NGL where we have real conversations about things that matter. And today, right, because Chinese New Year is coming up, we are here to talk about stories of us meeting our partners, family, parents, extended family for the first time and all the jitters that we had. Today, we have two very special guests, a lovely couple. You've seen Horngjye before. I think you guys liked him so much. We decided to bring him back, but with his wife as well. Yay! So y'all can introduce yourself to our viewers.
Okay, so I'm Horngjye, this is Francesca. She's my wife. We have been together for 6 years, almost.
Horngjye and Francesca are very lovey. They like to wear matchy things. They came in matching shoes. So did we. Woohoo! So let's start the episode today. Let's dive right in, okay? How about we share about our first experience meeting our partner's family?
Meeting her parents was it wasn't that bad. Like I would maybe play up in my head a bit. Like maybe what if the mom like don't like me or something like that. But it turned out pretty okay. They were pretty open. They were like really genuinely curious to find out who I am. Yeah, and find out more about me. Then that dinner conversation was quite pleasant overall. Yeah.
And then?
It was my father's one.
Yeah. So we were sitting at lunch. I remember I was sitting opposite him. Then me being the I want to be friendly, I want to know more about her dad ma. So I asked him like, what does he do? How this kind of small talk lah. Then he, yes, good, okay. Then
Silence.
Wait, is your dad normally like that?
No, my dad's not normally like that. My family is generally very traditional. Yeah, and then I'm the oldest daughter. So I think my father didn't know how to react to like, wow, my daughter bring home boyfriend. No, this is the first time.
First time.
First time you bring boyfriend back?
Officially,
what do you
What's
mean
the unofficial
officially?
ones last time?
The unofficial ones are like, oh, my mom accidentally bumped into my boyfriend then during like JC.
And then
On the way back from tuition.
so fun, JC romance. How do you feel when he was like that?
It wasn't like terrified or like quaking and whatnot, but in my mind I was starting to become more and more like, what's going wrong? Was it something I said or was it like my demeanor? I don't know. Like it just didn't click lah. So slowly it descended into like, oh, maybe did I offend him or something like that?
I think I was very thankful that he met mom already. So like my mom already had an idea of who he is as a person and could also then help to like ease some of the tensions. Horngjye went out to like maybe go to the washroom. Yeah, then like mom was like, you gotta stop. Like telling my dad, hey, you gotta stop this. Like you need to be a little bit more friendly. Yeah, and then like nudging like my father along lah. My dad is generally a very protective parent. I am used to that sort of like being protected and so wanting to be like the traditional like, hey, yeah.
Must appear strong lah.
Yeah.
And tough. Like, are your family similar?
No. It's like if there's a scale to like this, right, we are polar opposites.
Wow.
Her family is the very loud and
close knit.
Yeah.
not that mine is not close knit, but more was like it's quieter. We don't really talk that much.
He prepped me first.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he told me that if my family is very different. Yeah, we are gonna be a little bit more quiet. It's okay. I will be there.
Oh, so nice.
So he really tried to engage me throughout the entire convo, even though like it was generally very quiet on the table.
Oh, do you feel like you were making too much noise?
Yes.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
get that.
You can
I feel
hear
like I was the
yourself chewing.
loudest. No, so I started to try to
It's like
make
just talking too
small
much,
talk to people, like to his mom, because the first time, right, I cannot just like sit down there and eat quietly, right? And like it's quite not a very good impression. So I tried to make conversation. Yeah, but after a while I felt like I'm being
was a
too
bit
loud.
much.
Maybe I need to calm down a little bit more. and like, okay, I'll pace with you in terms of the comfort levels or sound level, decibels levels.
Essentially, right, the first time that we met, right, it was me, you also asking my parents question. Then after it became us talking and trying to involve my parents.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you can
Yeah.
imagine.
But also that I think that made me realize that different people have very different comfort levels in terms of how much they want to share with you. Especially if it's the first time they are meeting you. Then sometimes it's they also don't know how long this relationship is gonna last, right?
Actually, true lah. First
you're
meeting.
right.
Yeah, and so like how
You're
much
not sure how much to invest.
Yeah. And so I think maybe that's also how I make sense of the whole having the first meal together.
You all, eh?
Mine and Brian's
Nata.
quite similar to two of you. So like my family is like Francesca's, like exactly what you said. We sit down and start eating at the same time. We clear dishes at the same time. So we eat at the dining table, right? Finish ready, we will continue talking at the dining table, clear dishes ready, all move to the living room, and then sit there and continue to talk. So my family is also quite loud. I don't know why they like to talk at the same time. I don't know whether they can hear each other, but it seems to work out for them. So I think like when Brian first came over, right, and he sat in our dinners, I think he was completely overwhelmed and overstimulated. So there were a few moments where like I saw him walk away, right? Then to sit at somewhere else. Then after very long, he never come back. Like, is it like his stomach pain, he go toilet or something? Then I went to the living room and then he was there using his phone. Then honestly, the first time I a bit upset. I was like, hey, why are you so antisocial? How can you sit here when everybody's talking? Then after some time, I realized that actually it's a bit much for him. And he needs some time to like step away and like just soak in the silence. Then he goes back to the talking.
Oh, he
semi-shouting.
eventually went back.
Oh yeah. So he always takes just like a 5-minute break. Then like he will come back and rejoin the conversation. So that's his way of doing it now. Such that my mom like we had an old sofa in our house that we don't really use, but they just never throw away. My mom say, we cannot throw away this sofa. This is Brian's sofa. He's wanting to sit there when he's overwhelmed.
It's his safe space.
Yeah.
cannot
She would
remove
tell
it.
him, I know you find us very loud. It's okay. I also find us quite loud.
So cute.
Yeah. So he has a designated sofa for him to chill at my parents' place. But yeah, also when I went over to his family for the first time, I met his family and extended family for the first time together. So that one was still okay because like his cousins are very like they're quite close and they're quite chatty. So actually they were very intentional to ask me about how like what my life is like, how I'm like and stuff like that. So I did feel very like invited into conversation, but I'm very awkward. Okay, so the problem is me. It's not his family. Like
I thought you were okay with noise.
I'm okay with
Just with
noise.
your
I'm
family.
very bad with like new social situations. Like I really cannot do like being in a like you know those kind of like first day of school. Like wow, I really cannot. I
When
need
you
at
have
least
to
one
repeat.
person to stick to.
Yeah.
Like no matter where I am, right, I need at least one person that I'm comfortable with, and then I'll feel safe. So when I went to like Brian's family dinner for the first time, right, it was fine because I had that one person, Brian. But he's a boy. He goes to a different toilet than me. So
Oh no.
every single time he stand up to go toilet, I feel my heart sink, and I'm like, don't leave me here alone.
Oh, it's true.
like they're so nice,
Yeah.
but I feel like I'm in a tank of sharks. And it's not them, it's me.
they keep asking you questions. Is it like the focus of the conversation is around you?
No, they are wonderful. They do it just nice, you know. They never under ask me. They also never over ask me. That's why I say the problem is me. So like it happens like a lot. So that first time we were at a restaurant, but then there were other times where it was like maybe like Chinese New Year or like some family member's birthday lah. Then we all gather at one house, right? Every single time he stands up, because it's usually his house. Sometimes he will stand up, go and take tripod, want to take group selfie, that kind of thing. Every time he leaves me and I'm seated there alone, right? I really freeze, you know. I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm abandoned. To the point that I did tell him one time, like, can you give me a heads up if you're gonna stand up and leave? So I can like take a deep breath and like prepare myself to like socialize. Yeah. So I don't know lah. I don't know why I'm like that, but I am.
to look so
So
Yeah, I hear couples have the safe word. It's like you must say something, like broccoli or something. Then
it means I'm gonna go toilet now.
or like hey, we gotta go. Like cannot already. Like I can't do this anymore. Then that's your cue to leave.
Oh my gosh. That was my experience meeting his family. But in terms of the immediate family, like our dynamics are very different. So my family talks a lot. His family is very silent. That's why I asked you just now whether you feel noisy. Because I felt like I was talking too much because I was the only one talking. So it's like when we ate like dinner, right? Then I'll ask his father a question. His father will answer the question, then go back to eating. Then I eat.
Yes.
Yeah, like the silence is deafening. Ask the mother a question. Mother answers, goes back to eating. Then I also sit there. So I just feel like, oh my gosh, like, is this normal? Am I talking too much? Am I being rude if I don't ask anything? If I just disengage from the whole dinner? So all these thoughts are like in my head.
Did you
the
know
whole
that
time.
his Brian's family dynamics was like that before the dinner?
Kinda, but I think like, even though I knew it, like sitting in it was different.
Very different.
Like, I mean, because Brian is quite quiet. So it's not surprising to me that his family is also quite quiet. And he has told me that before. But when you're in it, then like, it's a bit like, I don't really know what to do with myself.
And I think also the different family cultures, like I was brought up to like be engaged
Yes.
during
Like,
the
I'm considered
family
rude
dinner.
if I don't.
It'll be very rude for me to use my phone in the middle of dinner.
Yes.
Cannot
And,
one.
like, and conversations are ongoing and then like
Like, I
We
get
cannot
scolded
even-
for doing that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
cannot bring phone to the dinner table one.
Oh,
Cannot
yeah.
even on TV.
Yeah. I'm the one that like once in a while pick up my phone at my own dinner table. Then my dad will say me. Yeah. So like I'm very used to like constant conversation.
yeah. Mahjong in the background also.
It's like there's always
Something's
white
happening.
noise.
Yeah.
So, like meeting her family, right, different stages one ma. So at first it was her immediate family first. Then she gave me a heads up, which I really, really appreciate. She told me that her extended family is the family that she grew up with, very, very close. So she gave me a heads up, told me that, hey, when you meet on the Saturday dinner, it's gonna be a lot of people, it's gonna be very loud, but stick close to me, you'll be fine.
So you need the Apple Watch to find my iPhone. Then the iPhone press. Then
find my girlfriend then, right? Then stick close.
must be like 1 meter radius.
Yeah, if not, ping. Oh, your
You
watch is.
you left your husband, left your boyfriend behind.
So when she go toilet, do you feel yourself
Yeah,
freeze?
toilet how?
I really feel like I'm like the dog. Like he go toilet, I want to sit outside, wait for him to come out. So, like, I don't
It's
need
true.
to be alone.
I can relate. But I cannot. Then like table she go, then I look at her, then don't go.
Yeah.
Don't leave me behind.
Oh my god, can I say right? Like this kind of situation, I'll be the first to go and wash the dishes. Because wash dishes is like you can only fit one person at the sink. Yeah, then you just wash out, then you can be excluded
Very
from all
strategic.
the conversations.
There was once I think your mom asked your dad to come and wash dishes with me.
Yeah.
Then her dad is quite tall lah, quite big also. lah. Then the sink very small. Then just nah.
What a strange situation.
Because I never imagined that the guy that was the man that was sitting opposite me, intimidate me, right? Now washing dishes with me.
Yeah, oh my god,
Like,
so
what am I doing
funny,
with my
so
life? What in the
What's your experience like, Azel?
For Taylor's family, right, I noticed that only the mom talks in the family. Yeah, so Taylor is very quiet. So he actually is very different with them than with me, which
Right.
that was the thing that surprised me.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was what I meant when I was thinking, oh, like if I enjoy our conversations and all right with him, then actually if got two of us and then just his mom and a partner, right, then I think it'll be quite balanced. Like regardless of whether they are very, very loud or very, very quiet. Oh, but it was very different. In fact, in the end, we eat, right? Then Taylor was the first one to leave and go to his room.
And he left you there?
left you?
He left me there. And then I thought he go toilet, but the house very small. I said
Never come back.
he did not come back.
How long do you take before you realize that he's gone for good?
For good,
Yeah.
It's when we finish and we clear. Then I went to his room. Oh, he's using computer. So I realized
Jaw
that
drop.
yeah, so with his dynamics eating is very, very different from eating with me. So I'm like, how come
really
you
just
can
eat lah.
yeah, how come you can eat dinner 3 hours with me and we can like talk non-stop, but like down there you eat like 15 minutes and can go off already.
You are
And
the
then you pang
special
Sammy.
one.
Yeah, but thankfully it wasn't awkward with me and okay, so very funny. The guys will leave first.
Then just
So-
left you and his mother talking.
Yeah, so me and mom, we can click. I think I realized she's a
Okay.
chatty one. And I think also coming from a family of boys, Taylor and his brother, so she probably never like had a
True.
daughter in a sense.
Yeah.
So I realized that wow, she can talk about like a lot of things. And for me, I think it doesn't really need to be very deep. It can just be like, oh, she tell me supermarket deals lah. Then she talk about like her office stuff. So it was quite okay. But I think to me, I was very confused. How come? Like it's just me and her. In fact, after like we got married, we went to the Ashton buffet. We sit there talk 3 hours.
Only
Just
two
two
of
of us.
you?
Yeah, I had a very
Oh, but that's
enjoyable
quite
time.
cute, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You know what Brian would say about that? Like, if I was you and just talking to his mom and he leave and use computer, he would just say, but you're talking what? Let y'all talk. Oh. I'll go and play Dota. Lo.
that's exactly what
Then I'm
Dylan
like,
said.
huh? But your mother.
I was like, huh? Yeah, but I think a bit like what y'all shared, right? That I think the way the family feels bonded is really different. It's true. What do you call that? You know, got different love language.
Yeah.
So for them, right, it's really acts of service.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's simple things
your
like
family
washing
as
the dishes or clearing the rubbish bag or helping to do laundry. Yeah, I realized that's how they bond. So it's not the meal time. Meal time is just eat. Functional.
Interesting.
Very, very different.
Yeah, because I think Brian's family is like that. Like, his mom does like a lot of things for us and she gladly does it one. But my family is a very quality time family. So I like to
Right.
sit there and don't like acts of service one. All very irritated when we ask each other to do things for us.
Yeah, so you know, I realized Dylan was on the computer, right? Then I was like, what are you doing? Then he was actually helping his mom to like with her work appraisal, like to rephrase certain things. Then after that he came out to say, hey ma, like 我做这个 already, then
Yeah.
you want to see. So I realized, oh, that's how they treat like
Each other.
family dinner. So in the end I was like, oh, okay lor. Yeah. So if the mom like to talk, then okay lor, then I'll talk to her.
But very good eh. Like, as in, I feel it's very good that you accepted it and you don't just like keep thinking about like, wow, he pangseh me, I'm doing all this.
Yeah. So I think it's just a bit
realize
of
that-
like getting used to.
We were the ones who say Dylan pangseh her. Then she never mentioned
Yeah,
it at
actually
all.
it's true.
Yeah, see, we project our
Oh,
ideas.
at
It's
first,
true,
at
yeah,
first
yeah.
I thought no. I think I felt like he didn't pangseh me. I just felt like, how come like you left, but we are still eating?
Oh,
I
the
think it's
dinner
the
was still
family-
going on.
Yeah, I haven't finished eating. He first to finish. So basically, you finish eating, then you go already. Oh. Yeah, it's interesting lah. But I would say, I think in terms of relating, so when Taylor met my family, right, I think it was very, very different for him. Yeah, my family likes to eat out. Taylor comes from a very like simple family. Actually, they don't like to go out to eat restaurant. They like to just cook at
Yep.
home. But then for my family, right, is my mother is like, you know, we are going out, special occasion. Every week can be special occasion. Right? Yeah, just to enjoy the Sunday.
Every Sunday is a special Sunday.
So she will, I think that's how she relax also. So we go out, then we'll open wine, all that. Then
Like, she likes to eat expensive things.
yeah, she can she omakase girl, man. She like can go out eat and
Wow, if your mother was born in a TikTok generation, she'll be influencer.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I should ask her. No, don't encourage her. No,
It's
no,
never too
mother
late to
do
start.
not.
Exactly.
That's the camera. yeah. But so I think it was him that had to get a bit more used to the
Like,
difference.
he feel very lavish.
Yeah, or like actually why don't just eat at home? Yeah, but I feel like in terms of the relationship that he have with my mom, I think he also figured a way to I guess build the bond with her. So I would say, okay, he's not like super quiet during meal times, but he will also try to like help her with things. Yeah, so whether is it like some finance stuff, like can advise her, because it's his field of work. Yeah, or just looking out for, I think there was one time she had this like shoulder pain. So he bought like some like magnetic thing that you can, some ion necklace. Like he just bought it. I can't remember mentioning to him. He probably like overheard her say. Yeah, and then he just passed it to her.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Yeah. So I feel like there are different ways that we can, I guess, build like just get to know our partner's family, and even though it's very different, but somehow if you can find that sweet spot, then you can go for it. And
Yeah.
I think your partner support.
I'm sure for some of our listeners who feel that sense of like fear or anxiety about meeting the partner's family for the first time, right? You probably also don't really know your place and like how much you can enforce boundaries and stuff.
That's why you need your partner to help you speak up in these kind of situations. So friend, she helped me a lot, right? So I was telling you just now, right? The family, extended family that she grew up with, all will come down for Saturday. So she gave me a heads up, telling me that it's going to be loud, and then they will ask a lot of questions, and they were just being very friendly. Then on the other end, right, she gave them a heads up, told them that if I start to like quieten down or withdraw, right, it's actually just me being overstimulated
Yeah,
and needing
yeah.
some space.
I think it's also how not just about prepping the partner, but also prepping my family lah. how
It has to have both sides.
yeah, and like how he is, and also sharing more so the intentions behind like each other's actions. So sharing to him my family's intentions of asking all these questions is because they want to get to know you, or like they're just being quite friendly. Yeah. And for the other way around is, if he withdraws, it's not because he doesn't want to talk to you. It's because he is just
I'm
overstimulated.
not
So
used
like
to it,
helping both of them understand the intentions behind their actions will be helpful in terms of future dynamics lah.
Being a bridge lah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's true. It's quite important, I feel, to do that and also watch out for your partner when you like bring them to meet your family for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I've been guilty of it sometimes where maybe I just assume that Brian will be okay. So sometimes when he needs to retreat, right, my first instinct, rather than seeing that, okay, he's overwhelmed and he's overstimulated, right, my first instinct last time was to consider that as like him not being interested. And then I would get a bit upset. But after we talked about it, I realized that that reaction came out because maybe like I was thinking more from how my family would see this whole thing, and I didn't really consider or trust that actually in these moments he wants to engage. He just perhaps needs to take some time off on his own. So it's that delicate balance of like trusting your partner and helping him or her to fit in properly, but also then trying to manage that based on what you know your family would pick up on, would mind, and things like that. Yeah. So watching out for your partner who is coming to a new environment. It's a very big thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
The opposite also, I just want to add, right? The opposite also, because my family is a quiet one. So when she comes in, she will feel, you felt like they are not interested in you, right? At first.
Yeah.
Why they so cold in a way? Because it's opposite of warmth. Ma. As her partner, I had to go the extra mile to kind of like tell her that it's not because they are cold. It's they man re. They after all, she's my first girlfriend ever.
Yeah.
Then they don't know how to react. And because I have a younger brother, so two boys.
Family of boys.
Yeah, that's why got one girl come in. Then like my mom, my dad, all
Actually, true.
not
I
used
don't know
to
how
it.
to relate to a daughter of sorts.
Yeah. Yeah. So they took quite a while lah, but then eventually they got better and better.
I feel sometimes also what we are sensitive to is because we project our own family's culture onto the other family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like there were times where I thought that Brian's parents would mind something or they would be a bit offended. But actually, right, when I asked him, he said that they are super true and they probably didn't pick up on it. But it's because I know my parents would be offended if something like that happened.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I just kind of like assume that it's universal amongst
Yeah.
like people of that generation. But it's not very true lah. It's really quite culture dependent. Do you guys have advice for people who are meeting their partner's family for the first time?
Bring gifts.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Eh.
Oh, yeah.
Did y'all?
I did.
We did.
I
What
have asked
did
her
you
like
bring?
what kind of things can buy. So end up don't buy expensive stuff because every time you visit you need to bring something,
Wait,
right?
can
Then
you-
it'll become very expensive.
Can you say like why are gifts important? Like what does it do?
It's I don't know. I think at the point of time I thought it was a very Chinese thing. You know,
I
like
thought
bring
so.
gifts, right? Then it's like
Yeah, I got a
something
question.
nice.
When y'all were younger, right, y'all go your friend's house first time, y'all got bring gifts one. My mother always asked me to bring pandan chiffon cake.
Yeah.
I don't know why she
Bangawan solo.
Yeah.
Specifically cake.
Yeah, I say I go my friend's house, play board game. She say, oh,
Then
go
bring something
Bangawan
lah.
buy the chiffon cake, give her mother. I, oh, okay.
Yeah, I could have bought cake. Why I keep buying?
What you buy?
So every time I visit a family, the first few times, right, I bought like at first I bought apple. Yeah, I bought
fruits.
like more fruits. Then more fruits and more fruits and more fruits. Then after a while I just stopped. Because once I thought that they were friendly enough, right, then okay. Because the gifts, the fruits were like a crutch. Like if I off-quote anything, right, I'll just like
It's like
For your bag, take out 5 apples.
I bought the nice one lah.
But I think it also depends. We also not sure like what our parents' expectations like are on like our partners, actually. Like whether
Did y'all ask?
never.
Yeah, I didn't think to ask also.
I don't think we asked.
It'd be weird to ask.
A bit, yeah. So
Expectations of
like how do they imagine their daughters or sons partner to come to meet the first time, what the impression is like,
Yeah.
what they have in their head, how does it like play out. Yeah, and sometimes I think gifts are a very easy way into like
Just win a bit of the heart.
win a bit of brownie points, you know.
Yeah.
It's like you thought about them and you're not
Yeah.
just there for her, but to
It's
kind of
true
build
lah.
relationship with everyone.
Yeah.
I gotta say, right, like I'm a homeowner now, right? I don't expect people to bring gifts when they come to my house. But there are a few friends here and there, right? Like I have this friend very cute. When he came to my house, right, he just suddenly took out a bag of apples. Then I was like, oh, very cute. And like it did win quite a lot of points.
That's quite
I
nice.
feel
right?
it's stuff that I don't think
Yeah.
about, but when it happens, I'm like, wow, actually I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bring gifts, but don't bring too expensive gifts. Because it's gonna get very expensive.
Not
very quickly.
sustainable
Yeah.
for your wallet.
Imagine you buy bird's nest once, right? Then the next time now you go back again, like,
Yeah, white fungus.
wow, cha-ching.
And it's
Then-
chicken brand's essence.
Yeah.
No, the apple
It's
is
not
expensive.
expensive
First
also.
time buy from Donkey. By the fifth time you buy the fair price, 5 for $3.
The clearance sale.
Yeah.
Okay. So that helped to lift the atmosphere a bit for you guys.
I mean, it's always nice to receive something. lah. Yeah, that's my opinion. lah.
That is very good advice. Did you bring anything?
Yes. So I would ask Talon what his mom likes to eat. Yeah. So so he would say, I don't like chocolate. Very easy. Yeah. So, but I think it's good to ask first, like what kind of things.
Yeah,
So,
buy
'cause
what
I,
they like,
yeah, I feel like if you bring something and then like if they don't really have a use for it, then maybe you make them feel a bit uncomfortable. So it's like, okay, receipt really, but you don't know what. Then maybe the next time you go there, you see it's still there, unopened.
In the packaging.
The
oh.
Ferrero Rocher. One
Yeah,
year
and then
later,
you
still
like
in the box. Scotch tape is on.
self-doubt yourself. Or later they give back to you, but they don't realize it. The re-gift.
Oh, they open. Like, this one somebody buy, but
No, this one not very nice. I don't really like.
That's very sad.
During Chinese New Year. And
Yeah.
you're there also.
Yeah, but I think it's also not to be too personal about it. Don't take it so personally in terms of like what they do with the gifts. Okay,
true.
yeah, 给了就给了 lor.
Yeah, lor. Yeah.
Because sometimes also, especially if it's the first few times, we also don't know how they will see the gifts or we don't know them. We might not know them enough to be able to give like very, very thoughtful gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
so
I
it's
would
okay.
even go to say, you can just do it the first time. I don't think we need to think that every time we go,
time.
we must
Yeah.
always bring something.
Of course.
Yeah, but I think going back to what is their love language, like we can be intentional to find out. Maybe our partner doesn't know, then okay, it's a good exercise for
Yeah, it's
both
true.
of us to find out actually like how our parents, what our parents actually like.
So funny story, right? So I meet her parents, I bring something. So I thought that it would be a good idea for her when she meet my parents, she brings something also. Yeah, so I think it was further down like Mother's Day that kind. Then we bought her parents something. Then we bought something for my parents also. Then my parents right took the thing. It was bird's nest lah. Then got like roses on Mother's Day ma. She looked at it. Then she like 我不吃这个 leh. Then I like 不吃. Then
in front of
she don't eat. Yeah. Then she just said no. She wasn't around because it shipped to my place ma. Cause I think COVID or something Then we couldn't really meet very often. Then it came to my place. I gave to her. I was so proud of it. Then I told her that it's from us. Then she okay 我不会吃 leh. Then I like Then we realized right. It's just easier. Just go out and eat together.
Just treat them.
Like treat them to something.
Yeah.
Like go to somewhere nice and somewhere where they won't really like spend on themselves. Then you bring them there to eat. So one of the birthdays we went to this stone pot fish something soup place, and my parents did enjoy it quite a lot.
Yep.
A lot more than 2 cans of bird's nest lah. That's still
Because actually not everybody are like gifts people.
Yeah.
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 the
So
bird's
like,
nest probably still on the table
So we
somewhere.
have to do our homework. Find
Yeah,
out
sure.
what works for each side of the family.
I feel my advice would be to prep yourself socially, especially since we're talking about Chinese New Year, right? Like if you're meeting for the first time during Chinese New Year, is really quite overwhelming.
Oh my god, can I just say, okay, so Taylor's mom has a total of 11 siblings. 2 have passed on lah, but wow, it was very, very tough for me. I remember I was very stressed. So last year was our first Chinese New Year. Yeah, then I was like, oh my god, I will not
a
know.
lot of socializing.
Yeah, so I was just trying to visualize the family tree. So like, it was very hard. Then I think like, I felt very bad also because I keep asking him, and I'm very, very bad with names and remembering
the
who is
titles and
related to
whatever.
who. Yeah. Then I think also because Oh, and oh my gosh, they are all Chinese speaking. My Chinese damn bad. So I was
It's like you must call him the technical term, is it? Like the 三舅
something
cannot
like that.
uncle who, auntie who.
I mean, like he said it's okay for me to do that. Yeah, but maybe I put it on myself. I feel like, oh, is it like I need to make them also like me? Yeah, it's like
very natural to want to be liked and to receive, to be
because
received.
these are gonna be people that you are going to know and meet over the rest of the years and however long this relationship's gonna last. So I'll feel very bad if, I don't remember their names, these kind of things. But yeah, it's very, very, very big. So when I went to the house, it was also the 3 mahjong table, but it was a 4-room flat. So like I tell you the noise,
so
right?
dense.
That's one table
The
per
buffet
room.
line is outside at the corridor, the flat corridor there. Yeah,
Oh my
one in a
gosh.
balcony, then got one like like poker table. Like, it was just a lot of people. So
Hey, is it legal to share all this?
I don't know.
We
also
don't know the
know.
address.
Yeah,
We don't know where they stay.
yeah. I actually
They
don't know
never
their
play
names.
money.
Never play
Oh,
money.
never.
Actually, they are just cleaning their house. They're wiping it.
Okay,
washing
anyway.
only, washing. Just professional mahjong tile cleaners.
So just a lot of people, a lot of faces. Don't know who are they. So I think what helped a lot was to just do things in your comfort zone first. Like you don't have to get everything right, in the first meetup. And as we know that there will be more opportunities down the road to get to know them. So just do what you can in the first meetup. Like I think for me, when I went to the Chinese New Year gathering, right, it was maybe like I just set a goal for myself, is to get to know maybe his closest cousin.
Yeah.
And that cousin also got kids. So I just asked her, oh, how's like mom life?
Yep.
So for me, right, it's like I know I cannot. My strength is not, trying to like know a lot of people. So I just let's zero in on that one friend.
Quality more than quantity.
Yeah, try to look for that one
Yeah.
person
It's
that
true.
looks the least threatening. Yeah, because I think for Talon, right, he would need to go and go around to greet like his all
Everybody
his
lah.
like auntie, uncle, and all those kind of things. And he will also want to catch up. Yeah, with maybe some of his cousins. So I think for me, I was also prepared that there will be some moments where like he will not be by my side. So I just have to find. Then I tell you, at the end of the day, right, I know if like I'm awkward with everyone, I'm just gonna play with the kids.
Exactly.
Yes.
I was going
Play
to say
with
that's
kids.
my strategy. Find the baby.
Find a baby,
Yeah.
hold a baby, or like
Yeah.
go and
Find
find the
the
kid with
young
the
ones.
iPad. Then you watch the iPad with the kid.
Yeah, it's like I'm so socially awkward that I'm much better playing your magnetic blocks than talking to a human being.
I think that's his strategy also. Like to engage my younger cousins.
Oh, The
So like
first few times when I met, I think one of your aunts, because one of your cousin has special needs, right? So we took the Switch to play with her. Then I was a bit more patient with demonstrating how. Score a lot of brownie points that day.
yeah. So
You never know.
and then I think it was also good that because he's in the whole illustrating media sort of thing, right? So I think the artistic side of him really can really connect with some of the younger ones who like
Draw
like
with
to
them.
draw
Yeah.
lah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think that was one of his way to cope initially. Yeah,
And then score brownie points with the parents. Of course, can engage with kids.
Yeah.
Wow, then
I think another advice that I thought about was also maybe to set, especially if it's the first like time you meet your partner's family, right? And during Chinese New Year, maybe it's to set a time a limit. Like, yeah, okay, I'm going to maybe visit you, like the parents for an hour. Yeah, then after this hour, we're just gonna leave.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Don't need to be over ambitious.
Yeah, so I think it's also to prep then both sides of the family or the family that you're going to visit that, I'm going to spend 1 hour with y'all. About if everything goes well, maybe we
Might
can
stay
extend.
longer, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's also for everybody to have that mental prep that, okay, we are going to have 1 hour. And if it's really very, very overwhelming, then it gives everybody an exit option,
That's
yeah,
true.
to
Yeah.
like, okay, it's time for us to leave now. Then, what's out?
You know what's our other strategy? So one is find kid, right? The other one we have like amongst my cousins, right, is go buy ice cream. It's like after a while, really nothing to say already, right? We exhausted all our board games, right? We say, okay, who can drive? Let's go and drive and buy ice cream. So you at least just get out and do something.
Get out of the environment.
And it helps the partners because they just have to follow. They don't really need to sit there and like just get on the car and go and buy McDonald's. Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, I think before Chinese New Year gatherings come about, it's good to sit down with your partner and do a pre-meet briefing. You know, the meeting before the meeting. Yeah, set ourselves up for success.
Yes.
Find safe words or give each other, like the look. Like you see this look, means like
What if they
the break.
misinterpret like
Then stay more.
stay longer and I'm loving it.
cannot. You all need to rehearse.
yeah. When I do one time, it means this, 2 times it means something else.
There's always text, guys.
So today we
Play
gave
with
you
the dog.
guys a lot of tips to survive your first time meeting your partner's family, especially if it is during the Chinese New Year break. So we hope that you guys have found more courage and are feeling more prepared after hearing our stories. But we assure you it gets better. It definitely gets
And
better.
I
It's
feel
not as bad as you think it is.
It's not bad lah. It's really not bad.
It's not.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very good experience to go through as a couple. You get to understand each other.
It's true.
a
I think
little bit
meeting
more.
the family gives you a lot more insight into why your partner is the way he or she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are each other's cheerleaders, okay?
Yeah
So
lor.
Yes,
yeah.
It's
all
you
need to
and your
cheer each other.
partner against the world.
Wow.
Wow.
感谢 the man in love. So we've come to the end of our episode. We hope that you guys will have a wonderful break over the Chinese New Year period and have fun celebrating Valentine's Day as well if you have a partner. And if not, they're always your friends. Hang out
Yes.
together. Thank you for joining us for today's episode. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at ngl.people. You can join our Telegram channel and you can find our episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. So we'll see you in our next episode. Bye!
Bye.